Okay, guys, we're going to start lesson 9, the revolution hit home. Let's go ahead and start with the objectives. Reading. Students will compare and contrast descriptions of the same setting from two moments, selecting specific details from each moment to analyze how the writer conveys the atmosphere and then the narrator's state of mind. 2. Students will select and connect text details from each certain description to develop a claim about Jilly's state of mind in each moment in the memoir. So please pay attention and let's start work. This one group visual setting. A visual setting. Okay, just have a look at this. Today's test. So what is the setting? They want us to understand what setting is. And just look and then see the setting too. The Liberation Army dancer. Okay, this story we've already done it, so you just read. And then the mood. How does Julie describe her home at the beginning of the Red Scarf Girl? How does she describe her home? So this text we've already read it. I don't want to repeat it. Just listen to it one more time and then tell us the mood. What is her mood? And then now we're going to start the text, the real text that we're going to start. Search. A search in passing. A search in passing. So let's listen to this text.
Actually came out. The apartment was a mess. The middle of the floor was strewn with the contents of the overturned chests and drawers. Half of the clothes had been taken away. The rest were scattered on the floor, along with some old copper coins. The chests themselves had been thrown on top of each other when the Red Guards decided to check the walls for holes where weapons could be hidden. Grandma's German clock lay upside down on the floor, with the little door on its back torn off. I looked for my things. The wing of the butterfly had been completely knocked off the body. The bottle holding the glass beads had smashed, and beads were rolling all over the floor. The trampled candy wrappers looked like trash. And the stamp album was gone forever.
Okay, now listen. How does Julie describe her home now? Highlight details that describe the setting. What do these details tell you about Julie's feeling for her home after the search? Please, okay, when you finish, you write your answer here, then you click hand in so that I'll be able to see. And then the next thing, okay, not interested in this part. So wrap up, the wrap up activity is what we will need here. So direction, listen to the audio. Okay, this audio, listen to it and then do what is supposed to be done. It's very interesting. Let's go ahead and listen to it. What do these details tell us about Julie's feeling about her home now? And this is just an extract that will help you describe about her feelings about her home now. And then 9, the solo activity, which will be done from the beginning to the end. So you listen very attentively from the beginning to the end, and then you do all the assignments. The feed, the campaign, I will start the story, but I will not end it. So listen to it, and then you will listen to it all.
A new campaign, Return to Class to Promote the Revolution, finally took Ji-young and Ji-yun back to school. Although classes had not gone back to normal, my brother and sister were in school, and that was something. I was not so lucky. It was almost November, but the junior high school teachers were still out of the city establishing revolutionary ties, and no one could enroll us new students. I was bored. After finishing the marketing, I read, practiced calligraphy, knitted, and spent a lot of time with An Yi. I was bored, but I never stopped being frightened. I worried about Dad. I worried about Grandma. I worried about An Yi's mother, too. Teacher Wei's situation was very bad. She was a junior high school math teacher, and before the Cultural Revolution, she had been a model teacher. Her study wall was covered with certificates of merit. Now she was called a black model, and because her father was a capitalist and her mother had committed suicide, she was criticized all the more. The Red Guards at her school held struggle meetings to criticize her almost every day. During those struggle meetings, they beat her and whipped her with their belts. I had seen her coming home, surrounded by an escort of 6 or 7 shouting Red Guards. Her head was bowed down by a sign that read, "Reactionary Monster Wei Dongli." She beat a gong and shouted, "I am a reactionary teacher. I am a reactionary monster." While I watched, she stopped shouting and tried to catch her breath. Immediately, one of the Red Guards kicked her. Another cuffed her, and she began to croak out her chant once more. No matter what I did and where I went, the Cultural Revolution followed me. One cold, windy afternoon,
Okay, so please continue the video. You listen to the whole video until we come to the end, and then you do the exercises, because this video is too long and then it will take a lot of time. So just do listen to the whole video and then answer these questions. Answer questions from 1 to 6. This is the last question. When you finish answering this part of the question, please click on hand in so that the assignment will be turned to me. Okay, thank you so very much, and then I will see you in class and then respond to your questions. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye.